Hey, what I gotta fix my thing there. How is everybody doing today? This is the Greg Cherry Show. It's Wednesday. You know what that means, of course. It is time for the Greg Cherry Show. Greg will be here momentarily. He is getting himself some dinner because it's that time of day back in the East Coast. But I am here inside the JMN studios here in not so sunny today, Santa Clarita. It's raining outside, which is why I'm at the other studio and not the house, because I'm on flood control, which is why it looks so haphazard, because I am. Anyway, this is the Greg Cherry Show. You are watching on this Wednesday, December, what the hell's today's date? December 20. I'll get there in a minute. What the hell's today's date? I have no idea what the day is. Isn't that awful? 20th. That's what it is. It's 20th. Happy Wednesday. Happy holidays. If you celebrate Merry Christmas, if you celebrate recently, Happy Hanukkah. If you're going to celebrate, Happy Kwanzaa. Whatever you celebrate this time of year, everybody at the Jeff Meacher Network, Multiverse of Media, and the Greg Cherry brand wishes you that happy. We'll go ahead and get that up there now so we can go ahead and, I guess we're on the Casa today. I didn't know that. Cool. I guess that was a JJ agreement I wasn't aware of. So cool. But anyway, if you want to have a donation, I don't have the Streamlabs in front of me. Keep that in mind. But if you do donate, Greg will be more than happy, I'm sure, to acquiesce to your spin request. Of course, $5 per wheel spin. Got a lot of stuff coming up this weekend in particular, and next week across the multiverse. There's a lot of things happening. I know the NFL had another big weekend. If you believe the rumor and innuendo, looks like our buddy Belichick's leaving New England. He might be coming to LA, which sucks. But it looks to be the Chargers and not the Rams. So I'm not too upset about that. Anyway, so let me just get to the comments here while we wait for Mr. Greg. Mike says, what up, Greg? Happy holidays and Happy New Year. Was just wondering if Greg is going to do the Rumble numbers. So we are doing the Rumble numbers. That'll be on, let's see, the Rumble's the 27th. So we'll be doing that show on the 24th. The week after the return of Luck to the Draw will be our Rumble numbers draw show. There he is.
Hi.
How are you, Greg?
Good. Can you hear me with the mic?
We can hear you great.
Perfect. I'm tinkering with my setup because I did the show on Saturday on my laptop, and it seemed to work better than the new computer that I got like earlier this year. So
that sounds about right with our luck.
Yeah. Don't mind me eating on air.
No, it's good. I was telling my friend Chris, I was talking with her before we went live, and it was like, oh shit, I gotta get live here. It's 4:00. That's why I jumped the gun. I was telling everybody before you came in, I am at the old house, the studio, if you will, because we have rain here in Canyon Country, Santa Clarita. So I get to be on flood watch. I didn't get to go out tonight, which sucks. My Wednesday outing is canceled for the night, but I'll get to watch Dynamite in full for the first time in a hot minute. So that'll be good.
There you go.
Mike was asking about the Rumble numbers draw. We're doing that the week after Luck of the Draw, so the 24th.
Yeah, we always do it the Wednesday right before the event itself.
That's what we try to do anyway.
Yeah, we will probably try to do that with an earlier start time because that does take a while. It
does, especially now with 2 Rumble matches. It goes longer than it used to. So.
Yeah, I know last year I had some issues with the delay, which I was on the new computer, so hopefully that's avoided this year.
Right.
But yeah, we'll probably do a 6:30 start time for that too.
Okay, cool.
And probably going to determine a charity to donate half the money to.
Yeah, I would say that's fair.
Probably before the Luck of the Draw episode, we'll determine which charity that is. I have an idea, but.
Okay. Yeah. We can have to discuss that either Luck of the Draw day or we'll figure it out. But yeah, JJ is here. I noticed I was saying this when we started. I put this up and I went, oh, Casa. I didn't realize we were going to Casa today. So I was like, hey, there you go.
It was it's kind of a last minute call by me. I was like, you know what? JJ's part of this too.
Exactly.
The show should air on his channel too.
No, I agree with that. Matt, I was actually going to ask him if he could tag in because I actually am expecting a phone call. I didn't know if Maddie was going to be here. I didn't know what the plan was today, so it was just one of those. Oh shit!
Yeah.
So
Maddie is on his way.
Okay, cool, Maddie. So as soon as Maddie gets here, I will return that phone call that actually just came in right now. But I'm not going to be that guy. But if you're watching, Adam, I will call you back momentarily. Actually, he's replying right now. No, just on air. Be right there. Hey, right in the holidays. There you go.
Yeah, I can't wait for the Rumble either. It should be a good time.
No, I know that both you and JJ look so forward to the Royal Rumble every year. I know Mikey is hard at work, A, compiling the stats for us for the current roster, and B, trying to stump you every week, which is never going to happen with the Rumble, Mikey. It's just not going to happen.
It still hasn't.
It won't.
He's tried. He's thrown some decent curveballs at me. He's tried.
He does. We were talking about that when I was letting him and JJ know I wouldn't be there yesterday for Statboy Sports Bar, which yesterday was such a train wreck. I kind of wish I just said F it and just done the show because the errand I was supposed to go on got rained out, and then the reason I got rained out, the reason I got changed after it got rained out ended up being a very quick 10-minute thing. I literally had a friend come over and help me wrap the presents I have for JJ's daughter, her sister, and Dylan for our Christmas / birthday outing to Teresa's at the beginning of January.
Right.
And we were done in like 10 minutes. I'm like, all right. So I really just could have done Statboy Sports Bar today. But, it was what it was. This weather is never going to be a problem until we're out of this damn house. So,
yeah. Jen and I already did our Christmas gift exchange. We
Nice.
We do that a few days before Christmas. So there was some good stuff in there. And then we're going to pack up. We have a bunch of presents that we do Christmas big in the Cherry household. We had our church Christmas. We had Jen's family's Christmas already. We actually had that like last Sunday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, really early this year.
Yeah.
This Friday, we're inviting some friends over to do a Christmas exchange with them. And then Sunday evening, Christmas Eve evening, we're going down to my parents.
Oh,
spending Christmas Day with them.
That's cool. Yeah, we've got this year with the new mandated arrangements, if you will. Christmas Eve morning will be our Christmas morning with the kiddo, and then we got to drive him out to the Antelope Valley to drop him off, and he'll be with them both Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So, first time Christmas Day itself is going to be just my parents, brother, and I in a hot minute. It's been a long damn time since it was just the four of us. Mm-hmm. And Christmas Eve dinner will be, let's see, the hell menagerie is running through the house this year. My dad's sister and her husband and kids, and then my cousin's coming down. I think he's the one that lives in Oregon still. I don't remember. Too many damn cousins. He's coming down from Oregon, kind of like making the SoCal loop because a lot of us are still down here. He'll be rolling in through Christmas Eve, but yeah, Christmas Day is just going to be four of us, which is great because we've got two different series of streams going up. Christmas Day in the wee hours, so I can promote the hell out of them on social media once we're done with our morning stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be okay with Shamrock. He is in decent ass shape. I'd be okay with him being in the Rumble just to be part of it.
That's not the Ken I want.
No, definitely not. We need a little. There's a song. Ed Lansbury. We need a little Chris. We need a little Ken Kennedy. That's what we need in the Royal Rumble. My God.
He just posted on his Twitter that he's accepting bookings. So,
I mean, there you go.
He doesn't even have to be signed to make a Rumble appearance. Just like do a one-off with him.
Seriously.
Number 2, so he does his introduction.
Absolutely. I mean, he can do the intro any number he wants and just be that guy, be that asshole.
If Elias can come down and sing a song when he enters at number 6, then
right?
Why not?
Yeah. I would love to see Shamrock, and I'd love to see Kennedy. I'm all about the nostalgia for the Rumble, as long as a nostalgic figure doesn't actually win the Rumble, because it means more now that not now, but the last 30 years that they've actually had the winner challenge the champion or challenge a championship at WrestleMania. So, they definitely need to have somebody that means something to the current story win the Rumble. Hey, Maddie.
What's good? Laundry day.
Yes.
You know what's
Laundry day for you? Yeah, it's not good.
What's not good is our football teams this past week.
I told all of you that Denver was going to get their shit kicked in.
I mean, yeah, we were live for the Steelers game on Saturday.
Rough. It was rough.
And
That was
Cowboys just
it was probably the most pissed off anybody on this show has ever seen me watching.
It was bad.
And we just had Jackbox games.
Jackbox was fun.
Hey, if they'd kept it to Jackbox and not watched the game, they'd have been all right.
Yeah. I don't mind if
Anyway, I will be back in a short. Good to see my buddy, the master of virtual reality, Adam Contras, in the chat room. I will be right there, gentlemen. I'll be back in a short.
All right, sounds good.
Yes, let me kind of do
Be
that.
safe.
All right, Maddie and I can lick our wounds from this past Saturday.
Oh, dude, like I said,
and then we got ribbed Jeff because the Bills whooped on the Cowboys.
dude, like I said, the Lions lost to the Bears the week before.
Yeah.
The Broncos were just the poor sons of bitches that were the next team.
Mm-hmm. You know what's terrible? Besides the Steelers losing to the Colts by 17 points.
Dude, that Colts team is so weird, though.
They are. It's not even losing to the Colts necessarily. It's just the Steelers don't look like they give a shit.
Dude, TJ Watt did an interview this week, I think. It was either this week or last week, and he's like, it's clear if you look at practice who wants to play and who wants to win.
Mm-hmm.
And if your star player is saying that at this point in the season, when you guys still have a chance at a winning record and still have a chance at the playoffs, that is so bad to hear, culture-wise.
The culture is
not damn good.
No, it is absolutely toxic.
Dude, and a lot of that can be blamed on Tomlinism. A lot of that can be blamed on Tomlinism.
It's very concerning to me. If we wouldn't have had Ben Roethlisberger from like when Tomlin started till 2021, it makes me wonder how bad the Steelers team would have been, because Roethlisberger must have masked so much with how good he was.
I think Roethlisberger could come back right now and lead you guys to a better season.
Roethlisberger could like step on the field on Saturday against the Bengals and just have to warm up a little bit and probably play better than any quarterback that they have on that roster, Mason Rudolph included. Definitely better than I could play better quarterback than Trubisky. Damn, he sucks.
Is it time for Trubisky to start selling car insurance? Do you think?
Trubisky? This is Trubisky's last year on the deal. He signed a 2-year deal.
I still can't believe you guys signed him to that.
Listen, I mean, we had to sign somebody because that was.
Y'all had Josh Dobbs.
I mean, Josh Dobbs is very flip-floppy though in Minnesota, so it's.
Mm-hmm.
Would it really have been better? I figured we had to sign somebody. I didn't mind the Trubisky signing at first, but it's clear that there's a reason that he never took Chicago much of anywhere.
And he had the chance.
He did.
Really had the chance. What was it? 3 seasons ago that they made playoffs? 4 seasons ago they made playoffs?
Was that the game that ended on the double doink?
I believe so, yes. Cairo Santos, the most hated man in Chicago.
Yeah, because it's not what the hell's that dude's Steve Bartman. It's not him anymore because the Cubs won a series.
Yeah, it's not Steve Bartman. And who was the kicker that absolutely ruined it for the Vikings a few years ago when the Seahawks went to the Super Bowl?
Oh, I've watched that kick so many times. Blair Walsh.
That's who it was, yes.
Yeah.
How do you miss a 30-yard chip shot is still beyond me.
It must have been because it was so cold that like the air in the ball was just off or something. Because it was a super cold game that
Dude,
game.
it was like -3. I think I remember seeing a picture of Adrian Peterson like yetied out in one of those big coats and seeing the wind chill at like -7 or something. That game was ridiculously cold.
Yeah. And I mean, the game ended 10-9 for crying out loud in the playoffs. So
Mike Nixon has a good question because this actually has been gaining some traction.
listen, I would not be opposed to trading for Justin Fields. My issue is the offense is not going to get better unless you get an offensive coordinator who knows what they're doing. And I swear to God, if the people that are calling plays right now are promoted to that position and they don't even work on an outside hire, Tomlin needs to go. Because the we have what we need mentality, no, you don't. Because if you had what you needed, you'd be bringing in championships.
If you guys had what you needed, TJ Watt wouldn't be the only reason you guys win games.
It's a very scary statistic because TJ Watt has 16 sacks.
And he's been hurt for a good portion of the year too, hasn't he?
What's that?
He got hurt early in the season too, didn't he?
He got injured.
He missed like 2 games.
He got injured in the game against the Patriots, but he came back.
Oh yeah, that's whenever he caught a leg to the face and got concussed and still finished the game.
Play of the game.
I feel like the Watt brothers are one of the only people, and Gronkowski, that could get a concussion mid-game, look at the trainer, and say, "I'm finishing this game."
Well, the difference between the Watt brothers are just beasts. Gronkowski, there's nothing up there.
You got a good point. You can't get CTE if you don't have a brain.
Yeah, he's. I'm so glad nobody takes me seriously when I say stuff like that.
Well, you see, if everybody took everything seriously, the world would be a very serious place.
Yes, it would.
And we wouldn't have a place here.
Exactly. We'd be completely wasted. I wouldn't mind a Justin Fields trade. He's got talent.
He's got legs. I don't know about talent.
Well, I'm concerned about the offensive coordinator and the offensive line. Like the offensive line needs a new coach. They need like new strength and training or something. You have got to bulk up to that line to make sure that they block. Because if they can't block, it doesn't matter who you have back there.
The entirety of the AFC North needs new strength and conditioning coaches. I don't know what the fuck's going on up there with y'all, but you have been a morgue when it comes to injuries the entire season. Not just Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Baltimore, and you can even throw in Cincy.
Yeah, because Burrow's out.
The AFC North is the most obituary-laden division I've seen this year.
And 3 of the 4 teams are in the playoffs right now. Figure that out.
And 3 of the 4 teams aren't even using their fucking starting quarterback.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Steelers only qualify for one of those.
The only team that has their starting quarterback and is actually playing to the level of a starting quarterback is Baltimore.
Yeah.
And I hate that for you because I hate that for me.
I hate it for me too. I am so annoyed that the Ravens constantly do well. I know there was a season or 2 ago that they were last in the division, which was hilarious. But and also, I am very glad as of right now that Josh didn't accept our bet that I had laid earlier this year.
Oh, you don't want to be a Browns fan?
He didn't agree to the deal.
He didn't agree to the deal, therefore making bet invalid.
So if he would have agreed to the deal and the season ended today, I would have to dress in orange and black all next season. Or orange and brown, whatever the hell they're.
I was about to say, at least it's not orange and black with stripes. And I do think I think it is orange and brown as their colors.
Sean would never let me live that down.
What, wearing Bengals shit all season?
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm just hoping for Patrick Mahomes to not make the Super Bowl.
You know, I don't think it will. I honestly don't.
In my eyes, the Super Bowl is still what I thought the Super Bowl was going to be mid-season. Baltimore, Detroit.
I don't want to see Baltimore. I think
I know you don't. I know you don't. It's the same thing that Josh said yesterday.
I think that if the Bills put it together, they've got a shot at going. And their momentum is continuing. And I hate to say this. I hate to say it. I can see Cleveland going.
To the bowl?
Listen.
All the way. With who? Deshaun Watson?
No, Watson's not going to be in. Like, Flacco is playing well for them. And as somebody who doesn't care for Baltimore or Cleveland football, that annoys me on multiple fronts. So if there was going to be any year for Cleveland to go to the Super Bowl, despite all the injuries that they've had, despite all the crap that they've gone through, despite having Deshaun Watson exist on their team, this could be their time.
I would give them the benefit of the doubt if they had Nick Chubb.
Josh is going to be so annoyed, like, if he watches this back that he wasn't live to hear me say
that. Warhawk says, I just care that the Cowpies will not make it. If that's in reference to the Cowboys,
yeah,
they clinched a spot in the playoffs already.
Well, I think he means make it to the Super Bowl. And no, I don't want to see the Chiefs back in the Super Bowl, JJ.
No, I don't even want to see Taylor Swift on my fucking TV anymore.
No. And Mike, I don't want to see a replay of the Lights Out Super Bowl.
No, we need the entire game to be played in an empty, blacked out dome.
Or as a lot of people called it, the Har Bowl, because it was both Harbaugh coaches.
Just like last year was the Kelsey Bowl.
Yeah.
So in NFL history, we have now had two brothers play each other in the Super Bowl and coach against each other in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Now we just need two brothers to be starting quarterbacks in the NFL or in the Super Bowl.
Well, if the Manning brothers could have done it.
It was very possible, and I was always kind of pulling for it because that would have been kind of cool.
It's been almost 20 years, but I still wanted to see a all Pennsylvania Super Bowl. It's not going to happen this year.
Pittsburgh and Philly?
Yeah. It was about 20 years ago because it was the Steelers and the Patriots in the AFC Championship and the Eagles, and I don't even remember.
Oh, the year that New England beat Philly?
Yeah.
So I think give the next 4 or 5 years for that Eagles team to develop because they're still so young and a majority came from Georgia itself. So if you build up the Philly Georgia Bull Eagles, keep the roster together, that could be a scary super team going into the future. And if Pittsburgh gets their shit together, you could possibly see an all Pennsylvania Super Bowl within the next 4 or 5 seasons.
See, I'd like that. The Keystone Bowl.
I know we don't know Super Bowls where they're going to be until the Super Bowl happens.
They announce them a couple years in advance.
So do we know 3 years out? Do we know what the Super Bowl is that far out?
It's probably going to be in Florida or California or something like that, or Vegas, one of them.
It really depends on what team got a brand new stadium. Because the last few years we've done. This year it's going to be Vegas. Last year it was SoFi. And I think the year before that it was Minnesota. And that stadium gotten built in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, I mean, they had to because the roof collapsed.
That's still one of the wildest things I've ever seen on the news. Because you had CCTV footage from inside the dome.
Yeah. And the craziest thing about that was Like, I'm glad that didn't happen during a game because that would have been absolute chaos. Like, there was nobody in there. It was like 5 a.m. or something like that.
It's the same thing with the original dome for the Saints.
Yeah.
During Katrina,
Mhm.
natural disasters are wild, especially whenever you get raw footage of it.
Mhm.
Hold up. It could be worse. You could be a Giants fan with half of our fan base saying Tommy Cutlets. Hey, you will not disrespect Tommy DeVito on this Italian program. You hear that?
And did you see his manager? You don't want to mess with Tommy DeVito.
I'm not messing with Sean Stiletto. I'm not messing with that man.
Mm-mm. The
Gabagool is hot in Jersey every time he plays.
Don't mess with a family.
So this is the last live show of 2023.
Yes.
What is the wildest thing that you have seen throughout this entire year?
Punk returning to WWE. I never thought it was going to happen, honestly.
I had a feeling it might have happened the moment he set foot in AEW.
I thought it was a possibility, but like the way he started his AEW run, it didn't seem like it seemed like he wanted to wrestle again, but he never wanted to be in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And then after, I randomly watched the Punk Scrum video from All Out on Denise's channel, and just watching that, it was like, wow. Like those Rosita boys really pissed him off.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, no, Tommy DeVito definitely ain't the future, but he's definitely your next 2 years.
Let me tell you, when you have a quarterback who plays mid or worse, and you have hardcore fans defending him because he's your quarterback, that's like having a president of the United States that just happens to be in your party. It's like, oh, he's doing a great job, despite the fact that he's not.
So Kenny Pickett for the Steelers. Because he had his huge fan base. He had his big fan base a couple of years.
Listen, he had one decent season at Pitt. He did a fake slide that got a whole bunch of attention, and everybody was saying, oh, he's such a great quarterback. Listen, when Notre Dame went 4-8 in 2016, and Deshaun Kaiser, I think, was either a first or second round pick for Cleveland.
Oh, Deshaun Kaiser? He was a first rounder.
First rounder? I was thinking to myself, why would you waste a first round draft pick on a quarterback who couldn't even win 50% of his games?
Yeah, a quarterback that would be like.
This was a quarterback for Notre Dame. Like, I am a Notre Dame diehard. So for me to like open that criticism, it's like there's clearly no bias here. I don't think he should be drafted, and he was, and he turned out to be a bust, and I was not surprised. So I don't know why a bunch of people from Pittsburgh are like, "Oh yeah, Kenny Pickett played for Pitt. He's doing good." It's like, okay, listen,
hometown kids, man.
I'm as big of a homer person as anybody, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that Kenny Pickett is the next Roethlisberger or the next Bradshaw. I can't say that because I don't see it.
How long did it take for you to accept Ben Roethlisberger as your quarterback? Because you can easily say season 1 when he led you guys 11-0 as a rookie.
I mean, yeah, you can't argue with results. What's up, Jeff?
Hi, sorry, I'm trying to rearrange the camera.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Yeah, Roethlisberger was easy to accept because, and Jen still gets mad because she was a Tommy Maddox girl, so she really enjoyed it.
Well, you know.
And Maddox had won the XFL championship with
the Las
Claus. So, like, I didn't have anything against Tommy Maddox, but it was clear once Roethlisberger started that he was the guy.
Yeah.
So it didn't take long. With Kenny Pickett, I don't see that same type of, game-winning motivation. I don't know.
No.
Coaching. Because you also have to realize, like, that was towards Roethlisberger coming in was towards the end of Cowher's tenure.
Mhm.
So when you had Bill Cowher there, Tomlin always likes to say the standard is the standard. I feel like the standard was a lot higher in Pittsburgh in 2004 than it is now.
Oh yeah,
No, it definitely is.
You still had Jerome Bettis, Hines Ward, James Ferrier. Did you guys have James Harrison at the same time too?
Yeah.
Larry Foote. The names go on. You guys had substantial veterans that were there to help build around Ben.
Yep, Jerome Bettis was there. You had Antoine Randall. You had Hines Ward. You had
Antoine Randall is a throwback. Shit.
You had so many good players.
You also had Rashad Mendenhall.
Mendenhall was a couple years later.
I was about to say
past Willie Parker year, the first year they won.
Oh fuck, that's right. Willie Parker was before him.
Yeah, Mendenhall was, I think he was with the 08, 09 team.
I just wanted to bring him up because of his stupid ass comment on Twitter the other day.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, Mendenhall, what the hell? Like, go fumble another ball in the Super Bowl, you jag.
No.
I thought it was great seeing all the other football players take it as a joke because nobody took it seriously.
No, nobody should take it seriously. Basically, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, Mendenhall said that they should play a Pro Bowl that's all white versus all black.
Basically a segregation football game in the year
Exactly.
2024.
It's like, dude, way to set us back fucking 70 years.
At least.
Like, what are you doing? Can I ask what Ray said that he was banned?
Blanket wide across the multiverse. He's been problematic.
Okay. All right. Anyway, what was I talking about?
We were talking about Mendenhall, the Steelers.
Yeah, Mendenhall, like, why? Like, what would it do? Like, what does that do for anybody?
We have said time and again, Greg, there are certain people that just need a social media manager or a person standing there with a hammer and duct tape going, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Mendenhall's one of those folks.
I saw the most savage posts on Twitter earlier. They were comparing starting NFL quarterbacks to movie characters.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
And they compared Kenny Pickett to Donald Trump in Home Alone. And the reasoning was he had small hands and he was only going to have the job for one term. I was like, shit.
It's out of line, but it's not wrong.
I thought you were going to.
One of those where it's like, you want to be mad, but you can't.
Yeah. You can't be mad at the sheer logic and sense of it.
Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, Jarrett shared that. I don't remember who the original poster was, but
yeah,
I was like, oh my gosh, that is so terrible. It's
Kick
funny.
it.
Bad.
Hey, at least Trump had 2 consecutive terms hosting WrestleMania.
That's true.
He did have that.
He managed to winner at WrestleMania, Bobby Lashley.
That's right. That's right.
The funniest part of that whole debacle that Mendenhall started was J.J. Watt going, oh, yeah, defensive line will be solid, but our corners are getting cooked by Tyreek every day of the week.
Yeah.
Every day. Every day.
And I saw people going after JJ after that because they were like, oh, look at JJ taking sides. And he's like, no. He's like, I didn't take this seriously, just like you shouldn't.
Yeah. And let's be honest, there ain't a damn person catching Tyreek Hill. It doesn't matter who you are covering him. You're not catching Tyreek Hill. You're doing it.
Do you want to know the pinnacle of white cornerbacks in the year 2023? He is a bench player for Denver, and he goes by the name Riley Moss.
That's right. Damn it.
WWE sounding name.
It does sound like a WWE name, doesn't it?
I mean, it almost is. I mean, Riddick Moss was one, so.
It literally sounds like a WWE guy that just signed developmental. It's like, okay, we don't have a name or a gimmick for you yet, but you go out there and do your thing there, Skippy. You got this. Like, shit. Tremendous, though.
God, football's going to be weird the next few years, isn't it?
Football is,
Football's weird.
No, it is.
So how did you enjoy the Cowboys game, Jeff?
Oh, that was such a pisser. Oh, my God. I will be 100% honest. I missed most of the game because I was at Paradise Kitty, Jenna, her house's Christmas party Saturday night into Sunday because of transit the way it is here. So I was traveling most of Sunday to get back home. What I did see of the Cowboys-Bills game was enough to make me want to turn around and go back. Like, I'm good. It was just such a shit.
Take me back.
It was a shit show. And it was one of those, part of me expected it because the team and the fandom had put so much into taking the Eagles down, and they did with conviction.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a feeling the rebound would be a loss. Luckily, Seattle pulled their head out of their ass last minute Monday night or whatever, Sunday night, whatever it was, because they beat Philadelphia, which was fine. Had Philadelphia won after the Cowboys got trounced so bad, I'd have been much more pissed off today. It was just a rough weekend for sure. But in hockey, the Kings got back on the winning track after losing 3 straight. So, you know.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Drew Lock definitely
got to find the balance in life. The Cowboys only play once a week. They're either going to break my heart or make me feel better. The Kings have 3 or 4 chances a week to make me lose even more hair. So, you know.
Hey, again, you got a help from an unlikely source out in Seattle. Drew Lock put that shit on, and he helped,
No, he did. I said it when the game was over. The right Seattle team won that weekend because the Kings had just beaten the Kraken the day before. So, like the right Seattle team won when they needed to win this particular week. So,
well, upcoming for us this Saturday, the Steelers have the Bengals.
You're playing Christmas Eve too. Or no,
yes,
Christmas Eve is on Sunday.
Yeah, Christmas Eve is on Sunday.
Right.
I am not looking forward to following. Like going on Twitter and seeing all of Sean's posts about that game.
No, right? Oh my God, it's gonna be like a lot of people find Sean hard to deal with on the regular. If for that game, it's gonna be rough for this room.
That's why I'm glad I like Sean. Like he's been on the show,
right.
So it's one of those things. It's like, okay, I know you're a fan of a rival team, so it's like not gonna
DM,
but I don't need it rubbed in my face. That
no.
What
time is? Oh, go ahead.
They
I'm sorry.
Sweep us, so there's that.
No. What time is the Bengals-Steelers game on Saturday?
4:30.
4:30 Eastern? Okay, so yeah, plenty of time to get your pipes clear from screaming at the TV for this.
Yep. Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
I did bring up open mic night to Jen earlier.
Good.
Mentioning that she was invited also for Christmas.
Absolutely.
So
I was telling JJ if logistics were better, I would have that be an open mic, and just keep bringing people in. The trouble is JJ and the wheel, because like if we have somebody on the wheel that's in the green room, we have to like keep shifting people. So it's just like just keep it simple again for this year. Next year, since it's going to be a different day, it won't be Eve of Christmas Eve, and we'll have more time to plan it out. We can maybe adjust that, like different hours have different people in the room or something. But this close to it, we're just going to wing it. We do have the ability to. We have the recognition this year that we can do songs that are not in public domain, just don't play the actual music, and we're good to go.
If I do show up on Saturday, which I want to at least try to, because surprisingly I wasn't able to do it this past Saturday, even though I was awake for the entire damn thing, because I was cleaning the house in preparation for Jen to come home from New York.
Yeah, it was one of those. It worked out. You had your Christmas party show. JJ and Noah blew through that entire show. The only reason they went an extra hour is because I popped my dumb ass in and kept talking. So otherwise, it would have been like a 2-hour open mic night, which would have been amazing for Noah because he's been running his voice ragged for a month. But we're looking forward to more of that. We've got the rest of this week. We've got next week, which isn't too busy. We've got the end of the week next week is busy with World's End and the New Year's Eve the New Year's Eve special. But the first week of January, we're up to a watch along at some point of the day every single weekday, because we've got new day one Raw, New Year's Evil, the beginning of Wrestle Kingdom at the end of Wednesday, the rest of Wrestle Kingdom at the beginning of Thursday, and then New Year's Revolution on SmackDown Friday. So no rest for the wicked.
Yeah, no, I just looked at it. I am going to stream for like the next 15 days as well. So
it's bananas. It's crazy.
So I just want to give you guys a little bit of a heads up. Like, we still got 20 minutes. We're not finished.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously January is going to be busy, but next week I mentioned that this is the last live show of 2023. What I'm planning on doing next week is it's probably going to be a clip show, honestly. Some of the best of this year in 2023. I know a few clips off the top of my head of what's going to happen on there. A certain misuse of a towel will be on there, I'm sure.
The big Greg Showski. Yes.
That's a good one.
As well as some very chocolatey people.
Chocolatey people, eggs bouncing off of people.
Yeah, have you learned from that? I told you not to do that.
So me and Alora have talked about this.
Okay.
She's going to crack them before hurling them at me this time. I'm still having them thrown at me.
Okay. Let me just let me briefly give Maddie a physics lesson. Maddie, if she cracks it before she throws it, most of it's going to end up on the floor between you and her.
Oh no! Like and then throw it.
Okay. I hope to God. All I know, I hope your relationship survives luck of the draw, because y'all are going to end up like in like divorce court over the floor and shit. It's going to be a thing.
It's the bathtub. It'll be fine.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. There's a reason Greg's not going to be participating this.
I will say, I did that, taking the shower in the shorts and then washing them.
That was
made sure they came out perfectly fine.
There you go.
And
I will say this:
strawberry
syrup. Can I have this one here? It was here. I had it over here. Here it is. Yep. Still full.
There you go.
It has not left this office since we did that show. So,
well, I think I might let you use the chocolate syrup. I'm trying to get everybody else to use the strawberry, because that's what Maddie's mentioned. Daisy said she's
I'm doing strawberry syrup.
Daisy said
I'm
trying to convince everybody else.
I could do caramel.
Oh man, caramel would be rough, dude. Caramel's rough.
That's what I'm pushing.
Yeah.
I think the strawberry, like, it dissolves faster. So
yeah, it's also thinner.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind buying strawberry sauce. Like if I end up keeping, I actually use this for actually purposes. I have no love for strawberry sauce, so if we end up using that as the gimmick, I'm fine with that too.
All right, well that's the gimmick. It's going to be water strawberry syrup. So there you go.
All right. I will get on that before the 17th.
Oh, for the clip show, do you want the clip of me getting skewered or nah?
That wasn't part of this show.
No, but
no, please. You know what? If you want to submit that to JJ for open mic night, that way everybody can see it on Saturday night or Sunday night. That works.
Fuck it.
I watched that live, man.
No, I know.
It's still the highest amount of viewers we've had to start a show.
That's
because everybody knew what was coming.
It's funny because like I look at my analytics after the show is over. We get some decent views on this stuff, but the stuff that gets more views than anything else is luck of the draw.
Yeah,
that's what I like to hear.
I upload a video like 2-3 years ago that still gets consistent views.
Yeah,
that's
awesome. It's one of those we've all been able, luckily, and Greg, you and I have the benefit of hindsight looking back to not only the shows you and I have done, not only the shows we've done separately, but all the shows that I've been a part of over the years. And we know what works. We know what generates better traffic. Humiliation and messy is the way to go, unfortunately. But as long as you're willingly undertaking and it's not legitimate humiliation, you're in good shape. You know what you're getting yourself into and shit like that. So
I just fear like that we're gonna end up on some like dark corner of the internet. You know what I mean?
If I don't end up on some dark corner of the internet with the amount of shit I've done and the lack of clothing I've worn doing it, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, and Maddie and Daisy's willingness to put up with my obnoxiousness of having the luck of the draw font be in Brazzers font was just the funniest thing of all time.
Oh, I thought that shit was hilarious.
It was ridiculous how over that got, and it shouldn't have for any particular reason. It was just so wrong.
The one with the eggs looked worse than the one with the chocolate syrup.
Oh, it did. The one with the eggs on. God, poor Daisy. She put up with so much shit 6 days before her wedding. For crying out loud,
Daisy was very clippable from that show.
Very much.
She is like. Except for the actual terminology being used the right way, she's a saint. It's like she put up with so much shit. It wasn't very saint like what went down on the show, but she's a saint for putting up with it in our crap.
Well, now there's no wedding to worry about. She's already married and like
exactly.
Come on, let's get redhead Daisy.
Well, the thing is, it like luckily we're still doing it indoors. If she does it outdoors in DC in January, it might freeze to her head.
Yeah, that's why, like, I've mentioned to her, like, if she visits on this side of the state in the summer, that she could do it then. Like,
yes.
We do an outside version then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still trying to convince a couple people. I did hear back from one of them. She was confirmed.
Don't be sorry, Daniel. I knew the Lions were going to beat the shit out of Denver.
Well, the Lions needed a comeback week. They had a rough week before that. They needed a week where there's like, all right, enough of this bullshit.
Well, Maddie, good news for you. You're facing the Patriots.
That's not good news.
It's not good news?
You want to know why?
Why?
Because the last time Denver played on Christmas, I'm still haunted by Patrick fucking Starr.
That's fair.
Oh, no.
That's not what he wanted to cook. I hate it so much. I can't watch SpongeBob anymore thanks to that fucking game. So as long as the game's not on Nickelodeon,
that's fair.
Be right with the world.
No, it's a Sunday night game. You gotta listen to Collinsworth, but it's
which is almost as bad.
Collinsworth hates Denver. This is going to be wonderful to listen to.
Jeff might not be as lucky because he's got the Dolphins on Sunday.
Well, luckily Sunday will be Christmas Eve, and I won't be watching it with any luck because we'll have. Wait, is that an afternoon or a morning?
4:25 Eastern.
Okay, so there may be people over by then.
I actually bet on Dallas this week to beat the Bills. So
I'm not doing
it. Dolphins, not the Bills.
Dolphins. Bills was last Sunday's calamity.
Yeah, I'm not betting like I might have some like free money to bet with. I'm never betting my own money for sports betting because I can't predict shit.
Oh, bro.
No, it's
all part of the fun. It's all part of the fun.
Yeah, it's they've been talking about it on Jarrett's podcast. If that app's going to give you free money, just use it and then just keep using it until you run out of what you first started with, and then you're not using your own shit at that point. So just that's how I would do it if I actually was a betting person. I would be like, all right, you want to give me money to use? All right, I don't care.
I'm firmly of the belief that I got to spend money to make money.
Well, no, that is true. But I tend to spend money on this, and that's why I'm waiting with on bated breath for the payout to come tonight or tomorrow morning to get some updated equipment on this damn shit. But as far as betting, like, I mean, at the end of the day, ironically enough, Greg, you'll appreciate this. I'm going to be in the betting capital of the country, if not the world, on your favorite pay-per-view day. So it'll be a very tempting day. Because I'll be there on January 27th in Vegas. So, because Paradise Kitty has a show, so JJ will be running the show, He'll probably be color commentating or watch along, but I'll be popping in from where the hell are we going to be? The Santa Fe station in Vegas's newer showroom. So
there you go.
Inside a big casino. So what's that?
Did y'all see Lana's finger almost fall off?
I made the mistake of clicking the sensitive content thing on her Instagram story and about threw up. It was her CJ's. She could have lost her fucking finger. It was so bad.
And according to her, it was all off of a splinter.
It is, man. I've been part of something like that, man. Splinters are no joke, and especially with all the fun new variants on germs out there in the world, you got to get to the doctor and get that shit handled. Otherwise, you're going to end up like CJ, which could have been a lot worse for her.
Mm-hmm. So,
and it's shitty. So,
and unfortunately, like shitty stuff like that happens. Like I feel bad for Kenny Omega, who has diverticulitis.
Oh, man,
that shit almost killed Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, it did. And coming back from it too quickly almost got him killed thanks to, was it Velasquez or the Overeem in that fight?
I think it was Overeem.
I think it was Overeem.
Okay. Yeah.
Because his last fight was Mark Hunt, and that was whenever he got popped for PEDs.
Right. I'm trying to remember because I think Aaron and company were part of the return fight and he got just whooped on. Pretty sure it was Overeem. He just
throw up that comment. Is that true? There's an actual Commanders fan out there?
What? Oh, okay. No, he was giving me shit earlier about the how about the turnovers the other day. So hey, you know what? If you are a Commanders fan, God bless you. I'm not gonna begrudge you your fandom because I've been a Kings fan my whole life in the NHL, and that's been rough for all but about 2 or 3 of those 40 years I've been alive.
I'm baffled that the commies have fans.
Hey, the fandoms of the NFC East teams I've noticed tend to be unnaturally super fans.
Unhinged?
The Giants, just as bad as they have sucked with or without Eli, just are crazy people. The Cowboys fans, we are a bunch of crazy motherfuckers. We have been for decades. But yeah, even the Redskins / Commanders, they have a devout following. The problem is they do not learn from the mistake of Kelly Kapowski of putting burgundy face paint on and not be able to get that shit off for 2 weeks. So if you know, kids, you're an 80s boy, and we appreciate that. Go back and watch Saved by the Bell. It's on Peacock. If not, she plugged for Peacock there. The old Saved by the Bell, the good one, not that reboot nonsense.
Yeah, the reboot that made it a drama.
Well, it started out as a parody of itself. Oh, no. I don't mean the college years. I mean the actual, 2020, 2021, where they had Zach and Kelly's son at Bayside.
Yeah.
The college years was, I think, the problem with the college years is it was on in prime time. It wasn't on Saturday mornings. It was on in prime time against the soap opera-like dramas of primetime television in 1993. It had no chance. So it was a cute little show for what it was. I just think that they tried to milk that cow for far too long.
Yeah.
Between the college years and the new class, it was like, okay, this isn't our original 6. I'm kind of good. Thanks.
Yeah. So 2023 is coming to an end. Since I'm not planning on doing it, I mean, I might be on open mic night. That's the plan. But
I'd love to see you.
As far as this show, I'm not doing another one until the first of the year.
Yeah.
Or maybe the third, whatever.
They'll lead into Wrestle Kingdom.
First Wednesday of the year.
Yes. Yes. Could be busy as shit.
So what was your guys' favorite moment of this show in 2023? We've had several.
This is going to sound really corny and aw, but the new people the new people I've had to meet. I know Maddie's been with the show longer than a year, but definitely having Maddie on the show more often. Bringing Daisy on, bringing Ella J on, the introduction of other people into our lives. It's been really cool. As far as actually on the air moments, Luck of the Draw has to be the best of the year. It was so much fun, so ridiculous. That one I don't think would top anything for me, or nothing was better than that for me being part of it. And I stayed mostly dry, so I was good. A little water going, but
yeah, water and some eggs, but otherwise good.
That's right. I do eggs. I did make a try.
Maddie, what about you?
Let's see, because I have been on the Greg Cherry show for, as Jeff said, almost a year and a half now?
Yeah,
something like that.
So, between all the times that I've been on Luck of the Draw, being on there the first time, being part of Joe. Thank you. For the love of God, I couldn't remember that.
It's okay. You see it there. It's happening.
Also, like Jeff said, meeting new people, because without this, I wouldn't have met half the people that I did. So thank you for that, as always, Greg. But honestly, it's building this core group that we've got now, getting to know you guys better, getting to feel like you guys are more family to me now.
Both good answers. I was a big fan of, obviously, Luck of the Draw, because that's my baby, but also the Women in Wrestling episode that we did.
That was a good one. That was a really solid idea.
I was very happy to be part of that.
Yeah, that was one of those, like, everybody needs to see that if they haven't, and even if you have, go back and watch that one again. That was a really pivotal moment in this guy's hosting history.
I think that was probably the most important episode of this show I've ever hosted.
Oh yeah.
And of course, I didn't do much. I was just like the show was carried by Kylie and Haley and Ella and Daisy. Like that show was completely.
Yes.
I was just happy to kind of like sit back and let it happen. Definitely one of my favorite shows of the year. Maybe one of my favorite shows in the history of the show.
I was gonna say, I think it's one of my favorite things you've ever done. Like, seriously.
It was definitely different than anything I've ever done. So I
agree. Yeah. People get all like, really, after all these years of, I still point to, as far as interviews, Rob on Talk Wrestling 2008. Like, that's still my, like, this is what I did. This was Jeff at his peak, just Jeff and talking to somebody. It's that series with Rob in 2008, because it was so pivotal and so important to not only have him there, but to have him speak what he was speaking about. I think I've just kind of carried a lot of what we talked about from then, because of my son being born right after that, and just my outlook on life and wrestling changed so much just in that hour in that friends of his houses in the middle of Malibu. Just it was that show with the Women of Wrestling was so, especially at the time, it was so important that got out there and they got to say what they needed to say, how they needed to say it, and when they needed to say it. It was so pivotal.
Yeah. Marshall, it's funny with the comments. Are we going to have more Luck of the Draw episodes in 2024? Quarterly, we should have Luck of the Draw episodes in 2024. Funny that you mentioned that, because we are. So that is the plan as of right now, because January 17th, thank you for the graphic.
You're welcome.
We are doing another episode of Luck of the Draw. Jeff is playing, Maddie's playing, Daisy's playing. Confirmed Xenia, who has been on Joke before.
Oh, nice.
Confirmed that today. Still trying to get a couple more people for that game, because I would like to have more than 4 people play.
Right.
And it still should go a little bit faster because I'm not playing. I can produce.
Yes.
Yeah. So that should be definitely a good time for all involved. I'm so happy that my network hasn't cut out at all on my laptop doing this show. It makes me so happy. It's like, yay, I can actually do the shows with good equipment now.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Only took me until the end of the year to figure that out, but hey.
Yeah, you know. So really quick, since we're going to go live to Dynamite, I just want to just really quick. Of course, this weekend, Christmas Eve karaoke, the eve of Christmas Eve, second annual, 23rd, 8 o'clock Pacific, 11 o'clock Eastern. Oh, Joe, my power went off. Cool. Give me 1 second. Here it goes. Christmas Day in the wee hours at midnight. Our top 10 songs about Santa Claus from the Dads and Always on Wrestling, as well as in JJ's members section for the members only. Him and Noah doing commentary on the greatest trilogy of all time, Steamboat and Flair. That's both that and the Dad's episode of Christmas Day. And karaoke on Saturday. Woo!
I'll be there for Saturday.
Love it, man. Love it.
I only know 3 Christmas songs, so I hope you're ready.
We'll be there. Let's see where it falls, brother.
Next Wednesday, we are not going live with an episode. Next week is going to be a best of 2023 episode. So if you've missed any episodes throughout the year, go check that one out. It's going to have all the best moments in it.
Absolutely.
Still tune in.
Stuff from this calendar year. And then we're going to kick off in January with some good stuff because we got busy January ahead of us.
Oh, yeah.
Luck of the Draw on the 17th. We got the Rumble Numbers game on the 24th. I'll be on open mic night the Saturday in between those 2 episodes because the Price is Right's happening.
Dun, 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 dun. That's it.
It's going to be a really fun time on the Greg Cherry brand of 2024 and on the Jeff Meacham Multiverse Media. It's just going to be so good.
It's so crazy to me that New Year's Eve is the end of year 4, going into year 5. I honestly, starting the podcast, which all it was at the end of 2019, it was just going to be a podcast, like audio. And, just when I think they're out of YouTube, they pull me back in. Here I am, running an empire. God help me.
All right. That is going to be it for the live editions of the Greg Cherry Show for this year. We will see you live next year.
Wow, this year
February 3rd of 2024. Do tune in to next week's episode, the best of 2023.
I will be in the live comments, so I will still be there to chat with y'all.
I'll be there.
There you go. So until then, we thank you very much for joining us for 2023. We will see you in 2024, and we will see you next time on the Greg Cherry Show. Don't be a jag. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll see you next time.